Hi guys, it's Athene, and you won't believe who I'm standing in front of. One of the three founders of Pirate Bay. We've been very strong fighters for net neutrality. I'm very happy I'm standing here in front of you. I'm going to be asking you a question like, how is the fight? How hard is it? What's going on?
Well, it's kind of weird because this is something we've been fighting like 7-8 years, and people didn't really care about it before, like ages ago. But now with all of these ACTA and SUPA and people, all of these new laws coming, people are more interested and people understand it much better because it's more related to themselves.
Yeah.
So one of the good things about kind of what's happening with everything that's pushing against us is that people are coming together and working against all of these things. So we see that there is finally a really big community that is fighting for our civil rights on the internet.
They have been making a big publicity stunt by blocking you guys in the UK.
I think it's the 8th country that Pirate Bay is blocked in.
Yeah.
Every country that blocked Pirate Bay, traffic goes up every single time. And it's because people that didn't actually know about Pirate Bay all of a sudden heard about Pirate Bay and they become upset.
So basically the best thing that can happen to you is all countries just deciding to block you guys.
Well, then people would have to move to uncensored things like Tor or ITP and all of these kind of darknets on top of the internet. We don't want that. That's one of the reasons why no one from Pirate Bay has ever tried doing encrypted stuff. But in the end, if you push us too much, we'll have to move there, and everyone will move with us because Pirate Bay is such a big deal.
Yeah.
And this is something which politicians need to understand, that you're fighting your own the people that vote for you, and if they don't like what you're going to do,
the funny thing is, like, a lot of those situations, those politicians that are voting against it use copyrighted stuff themselves.
Of course.
I guess it's mainly Hollywood and stuff lobbying like crazy. Who was behind the UK
It's the record companies, and they're actually the worst, because the movie companies they're understanding a bit more that they can't really fight it, but the record industry, they own all of the companies that do distribution and everything, so they have so much interest in all of these things. So
and how do you think it's going to evolve towards the future?
There is only two ways. Either we have internet as it is today, or we have something else which is pre-approved, and that is kind of my scare, that we will have this, if you want to publish something on the internet, you have to be responsible for everything that's published and all of that, which is kind of one way, but it's too extreme. So I think that we're going to end up more or less like we have it, but we need to make sure that it happens, and we need to fight that. But it's more likely, thank God, that is happening.
Yeah, that's really good. The internet is shifting towards cell phones. You have a lot more restrictions, and you have a lot more ways and backdoors to actually censor the internet in a very sneaky way. What do you think is the evolution going to be in that regard?
The big problem is that we're already accepting some of the limitations. Like Skype is blocked on very many cell networks, and we're accepting that. We say that's okay. Maybe that's fine.
That's exactly what I mean.
The big problem is that we understand the computer, we understand what it is, but we accept so many false ideas when it comes to cell phones because we know there are limitations. And when you start accepting these things, they will shift towards other platforms as well.
That's exactly like our main concern. We've been thinking about it. I don't know what we can do about it because we've been thinking about it ourselves. We're extremely active. I really want to give you my utter respect for what you have been doing and the fights you've been doing. Like, I've also heard you in a lot of legal cases and stuff.
I'm supposed to be in jail right now.
Yeah,
but I'm fighting that as well, because the whole idea is that with the globalization, that brought the internet, also some of the corruption is coming. So, a police officer in our case was actually employed by Warner Brothers during the criminal case in Sweden. No one has any idea that corruption goes on in Sweden. So we have these weird things that we are fighting, as well as fighting the
And what do you think? Are you going to end up in jail, or do you think it's...
No, I think I've watched so many Hollywood movies also that I understand that the good guys will win in the end. So that's the only good thing they taught me.
That's awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Peter, for your time.
Thank you.
Really much respect for what you're doing. And if there's anything we can do, let me know. Like, we have one of the biggest YouTube channels. And
I think the good thing you're doing right now with giving money to the kids in Africa is keep on doing that, because that's more important than the internet. Actually.
If it wasn't for net neutrality, we wouldn't even have been able to reach to the audience to give the donations in the first place. We're actually big donators ourselves as well, and we give it to Free Press and to EFF. Without net neutrality, you don't have that freedom of access of information, and then they can just shove whatever through your throat. It's important that people have freedom of access, and we really realize how important that is. So I want to give you all my props, man. It's really awesome what you're doing. I'm really happy to meet you. It's really cool.
Thank you.